welcome back to the Southern Snack where life is too short to be serious. And everybody's moving on from the holiday season for good reason. Oh, that rhymed. But yeah, every coffee place that you go to is going to have new items here beginning in January, so that's how it is. Biggby's big going rate here is salted caramel. So you've got a salted caramel latte, you've got a salted caramel mocha latte, and you've got a salted caramel or salted sweet tooth, which is a salted caramel with butterscotch, which kind of throws us back to when Chick-fil-A just recently did a butterscotch salted caramel kind of drink. So that is it. There's also matcha drinks. Now they have matcha at Biggby, so that's a big thing. Their going thing for that is they've got like a honey one, which is the one I grabbed, a cinnamon one, a vanilla one. Of course, you can always customize. Don't know if these are like permanent or limited time. I assume salted caramel is just a early slash late winter thing. We got 3 cheese egg bites too, but no room for that in the thumbnail, and it's bright, so I'm apologizing real quick, but you know, it's not like the brightness is going to make these look too much different than what we got. So, of course, we're going to start with the coffees. We'll end off with the, I'm blanking out. We'll end off, now it's cloudy. We'll end off with the egg bites and the matcha. So where do we start? Let's just start with the OG, the basic, the maybe not so basic. I mean, salted caramel can't be but so basic. Let's start with salted caramel and then work our way. All right, so salted caramel. And there's the sun again. It's very smooth, sweet, and I was thinking about, the salt's not hitting right, and it isn't. At first I was like, is it not salty enough? Now I'm thinking it's a little too salty, which has me excited for the butterscotch, because that way it may not be too salty. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'd give it like I'll say 7.5. I think it's a little too heavy on that salt. But the smoothness of it and the dynamic of sweet and salty, pretty nice, pretty nice. All right, so we're gonna do the sweet tooth. We'll get to chocolate here soon. But this is just this is taking it a step up and adding butterscotch. So let's go ahead and try that out. Yeah, that butterscotch, really nice. Really gets that. It takes, to me, it's hard to kind of describe what butterscotch is, but to me, it's more of a buttery caramel, right? You got this distinct buttery sweetness. The saltiness is there, but it's not super loud. And it might not, I don't know, it might not be that it's too much. There's just something off with the flavor of that salt. And it keeps this from being perfect. It's very delicious. And definitely a step up. I would definitely give it an 8.5. But something's off with that salt level. I don't know if it's just the amount of salt or how it tastes, but it's a little off to me. All right, so now we're going to salted caramel mocha. It's got chocolate, so we'll see how this all comes together. The chocolate's very strong. But you still get a smooth finish from the caramel. And the saltiness is still present. it's definitely interesting. It's definitely got a good hit of different flavors coming together. I don't know. It's not particularly, like, it's really good, but it's not my fancy. Maybe I'm dying for more coffee flavor here. Maybe. And of course you get undertones of coffee. But there's just so much going on here with the chocolate and the caramel. And it doesn't really let the coffee have a lot of space. A lot of room to speak. Still very good. And anyone that likes chocolate and caramel will be happy. But for me, it's like a 7. Still, you know, it's still good. All right, so we got the honey matcha, and very intrigued to see how this tastes. Ooh. It's not overly sweet. You know, I think that was a little bit of an issue on these other drinks, is that they're very sweet. This is less sweet. But, like, it doesn't, like, the matcha flavor isn't overbearing for me. Like, it's just laid back. It's enjoyable, but it's not, like, too much. It's not hard. It's not too hard to handle. So, for me, personally, I definitely prefer it to a couple of the solid caramel drinks. Not as much as the butterscotch. I really like that butterscotch. But I think this really hits home well. I'm going to give it an 8. I think an 8's fair. But yeah, good job, Biggby, on these new drinks. I think something's weird with that salted caramel sauce. I don't know what's up with the salt, but something's off on it. And now we're going to try a 3-cheese egg bite. So here we go. Per usual, nice and fluffy. I'm not sure what 3 cheeses are in there, but they're not like super savory cheeses. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd prefer scrambled eggs and cheese over that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's really got a good texture to it. But definitely leans onto the more, I guess, what would you say, like tangy side of cheese, than the savory, more of the sharp levels of it. So, you know, not my favorite thing, but a nice light breakfast to go with these coffees. So it's you know, pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and you know, if you like that type of dynamic of egg and cheese, I think you'll be happy. I'd say a 7. I say it's fair. It's good. Nothing wrong with it, but nothing that strikes my fancy particularly. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see y'all around. Yay!